Today we got top 10 people who vanished after exposing dark secrets. Like, comment, subscribe, grab educate. Journey to 1 mil. Let's get it. Shit, I'm a little too hype, y'all. Sorry. And boom. Top 5. Shout out top 5.
Sometimes revealing a secret or exposing wrongdoing can do more harm than good. But this wouldn't be enough to dissuade some brave individuals. Those courageous characters.
Would you guys expose a secret if you know you had to go somewhere else to a different country for that secret? Would you expose it? Like example, Eric Snowden, when he exposed that the CIA was always listening on to you on certain words that you say, and he ended up moving to Russia. Would you guys do it? CIA, this is just for context, YouTube purposes. Do not kill me.
Though, would find themselves paying a dire price for their truth-telling habits. Number 10. Jean-Pascal Corot, or JPK for short, was a much-loved man among family members and within
the chill guy
workforce until his dismissal in 1988. He was working as the editor-in-chief for a French daily journal.
Okay.
During his time in this position, JPK spent a significant amount of time investigating some controversial topics, one of which focused on the political and financial dealings of the local government. For years, the writer would publish some seriously critical stories. Those publications were often directed at one individual in particular, Gaston Flosse. Known locally as the Old Lion, Gaston Flosse served as the French Polynesian president at a time when nuclear testing was resumed in the atolls of Moruroa and...
He's got secrets. Let's be 100. He's got some secrets and some stories.
Gataufa. Even after his dismissal from the Daily Journal, JPK wouldn't let up, and allegedly an assistant to a member of the opposition, he would continue to investigate those seemingly covert dealings.
It
didn't take long, of course, for the writer to accumulate several enemies, most of whom held elite power. JPK's investigations ran so deep that President Flosse ordered the Department of Studies and Documentation to spy on him. The intelligence unit would then order the GIP, or the Presidential Intervention Group, to keep a close watch on the writer, too. The spying would only become exacerbated when JPK began looking into the link between Flosse and French President Jacques Chirac.
I was about to expose some secrets.
During his investigative efforts, it appeared that the journalist stumbled upon something sensitive. It was, allegedly, a 12 to 13 page long document that held confidential information. According to a supposed Secret Service report, while JPK was looking into Tahiti financing, he discovered a portion of the money was going to Japan. When inquiring further about why this money was being allocated to Japan, the investigator was asked to stop and not to head in that direction.
He said, don't go there.
On the 15th of December, 1997, JPK would mysteriously disappear, never to be seen again.
That ends his investigation. R.I.P. JP.
His vanishing came at a time during which he was possibly onto something big, something that was perhaps meant to stay hidden.
Damn.
Following his disappearance, JPK's investigative work would come to light, leading authorities to investigate the alleged money that was being sent to Japan. But they couldn't find any bank account in Japan that was linked to Flosse or Chirac.
They weren't trying hard enough.
Law enforcement would be left with a chilling mystery and would attempt to investigate it from all angles, from kidnapping to homicide. For the next several years, the mystery would stir allegations, counterclaims, and even charges of homicide, which were eventually dropped. In 2004, a member of the GIP, Vitea Guiu, would make a serious allegation to an investigating judge. He claimed that on behalf of the Department of Studies and Documentation, he spied on JPK. He would then suggest that two of his GIP colleagues would take the writer's life, but he quickly retracted that statement.
What?
The missing man's family refused to give up, and upon hearing that alarming confession, they filed a complaint, hoping to keep the case alive.
So basically the unit that was looking after him killed him.
In 2013, Guiu would make the same statement again and tell a harrowing story of what happened that fateful evening. According to him, GIP members pursued and seized the journalist, forcing him to climb into a small boat
Oh,
They
shit.
took him out into the middle of a body of water where
Oh.
they thoroughly interrogated him.
Oh. Why would you go in the middle of the ocean? That's the worst place you could go. Oh my god. No way this is real. What the fuck?
It seemed as though things got out of hand, with
They would've that's easy. You just kill him and then throw him in the ocean. He's gone. Never to be seen again. Poof.
claiming that the man that they were interrogating accidentally drowned.
Ah.
Despite this claim, JPK's body was never found.
Well,
leaving
why
his
would it ever be found? The sharks ate it. Let's be
Gage-
real. Let's be 100.
Made by the GIP, unsubstantiated.
Dang,
Number
RIP
9.
JP. Damn, that sucks.
Farad Hamo, a freelance writer for the Kurdish
Dang, a lot of these are gonna be journalists. Okay.
podcaster known as Rudal TV, and his colleague, a freelance cameraman known as Masoud Akil, headed to the northern Syrian town of Tel Alo in December of 2014. The two were working on a joint case, the nature of which remains unclear.
Uh-oh.
Their visit to the town would include an interview with the political leader, but this interview would never take place.
Oh, shit.
Before they could even reach the town,
Oh, shit.
the vehicle transporting the co-workers abruptly stopped and was suddenly surrounded by men.
Oh.
The group was loaded with assault rifles, explosive belts,
Oh, my heart would have dropped to my ass. I would have been like, what's going on? I thought we were just gonna interview someone. What the fuck?
and other dangerous tools. Their mere presence was a clear and obvious threat. Hamo and Akil quickly identified themselves, stating they were journalists and would be interviewing a political leader.
Well, that's the wrong leader to interview. Bah!
It was for this very reason that the men had stopped them. One of the armed individuals climbed into the car and took their phones. He then drew a firearm and ordered them to drive to Tel Hamis, a
Damn.
nearby town. They did as they were told. Eventually, they arrived at a school building, where two other militants examined their devices, phones, and laptops. Then they escorted the two journalists to Tamis prison. On the 16th of
To
December,
prison?
an Islamic State Sharia court ordered that they be sent to Shadadiya jail for 40 days, and
40
later
days.
Raqqa's central prison, to be placed in solitary confinement.
Why?
Allegedly, this was all at the behest of the Islamic State leader,
Uh.
Abu Ayyub.
Ha!
In March of the following year, Akil watched as Hamo was taken away from the prison and never saw him again.
Damn.
The cameraman was later released in a prisoner exchange
What?
and was able to give authorities information on Hamo's whereabouts until that point.
What happened to Hamo?
Later that year, Ruda TV reported that Hamo had also been released, but
Oh.
altered their statement to say that the man was still missing. Minor investigations and inquiries were made into the disappearance, but ultimately nothing could be done. With law enforcement not doing much to confirm the whereabouts of Farad Hamo,
I mean, what are you gonna do there? I mean, come on.
Aras, his brother, took matters into his own hands.
Oh, shit.
Aras also worked as a cameraman for Ruda and
Uh-oh.
headed to the eastern Syrian village of
Bro went to work.
Baghuz in search of his brother. It was here that the Islamic State was making its last stand in the area. The brother of the missing man was led here after hearing about captives and hostages of the Islamic State
Oh,
being
shit.
jailed in Baghuz. Through his efforts, Aras would find clues that suggested his brother was alive. With no evidence or confirmation on Hamo's whereabouts, the case was doomed to be a mystery forever.
Damn.
Stop scrolling. Were you locked up at
Let's see
San
if they,
Bernardino Juvenile Halls?
solved it.
High Desert.
In 2019, Syrian Democratic Forces retook the village, and a month later, it was revealed that forces within the town were on the hunt for the missing journalist, as well as other hostages. As of 2025, though, Hamo remains missing, and
Oh,
the family
shit.
is fearing the worst.
Oh, shit.
Whatever case the freelancers were working on, it was certainly one that was intended to be kept from the public eye.
Nah. I think they
Number
just
8.
targeted because journalists.
The silence is haunting in the home of Anna Pinoni, the one
Anna
she once
Pinoni.
shared with her husband, Azuri Gwanda. Her muted cry, though, unheard by most, continues into the night as she remembers that fateful day, the day she was robbed of her beloved husband. Azuri was living on a farm near Kibiti, Tanzania, with his wife. In 2017, the 45-year-old was working as a freelance journalist at Mwanachi Communication Limited. That year, he'd been focusing on one particular developing story that had been plaguing the coastal region of Pwani. Since 2015, unknown assailants had begun a spate of homicides, mainly carried out through the use of firearms.
Oh, shit.
Azori began investigating the slew of slaughter and found that the districts of Kibiti, Karenga, and Rufiji were at the epicenter of the crimes. It was this harrowing mystery that Azori was attempting to bring to light, but unbeknownst to him, danger lurked in the shadows.
Huh.
As he became more engaged in his investigation into the mysterious homicides, the journalist would enigmatically disappear. It was November when Anna headed to the local police station to report her husband missing. She watched as he climbed into a white Toyota Land Cruiser that stopped in front of their home. There were unknown men inside, and Azori claimed he was leaving on emergency business. The car drove off, leaving questions in its wake. When Anna later returned to her home, she found it ransacked, indicative of a thorough search. The journalist had allegedly been approached previously by the same strange men.
Oh, for sure. And they told them, if you don't get in, we're going to kill you, your wife, and everybody in there.
The Tanzanian government and authorities failed to provide any answers to the questions. In fact,
that's what they told him.
They weren't even.
Bye, have a great time.